Okay, let's talk about the Lakers for a bit. I've been waiting to see if they trade for Kyrie or Buddy Hield or whoever you want to talk about with them. Of course, if they make a move, then some things change, but looking at the team right now, I'm going to spend most of this not talking about LeBron because I don't think there's much to say. It's LeBron James. He's going to be amazing. The other thing that envelopes this entire team is Anthony Davis's health. That's also pretty obvious. Darvin Ham, he has been Budenholzer's assistant for a while. We know Budenholzer's mentality on defense. It's protect the basket like crazy, be willing to give up some threes, but mainly the right type of threes, which is an okay shooter taking a three where you're closing out on him, that sort of thing. And we've also seen the Lakers be at their best defensively when they were really walling off the basket, and it was AD with JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard next to him. They did go to AD at center versus the Rockets, had more of a trapping scheme and all that, but that was the foundation of their team, right? You also had LeBron as a help defender. That was really effective. And I do think the LeBron, AD, Damian Jones front court, because I'm just guessing it's that to start. Maybe you're going right to AD at center. We'll see. But I do like the size of all those guys. And no, I don't think that Damian Jones is like on some list of the best defensive bigs in the league. But I think if you're getting the best of AD defensively, who can, of course, be an amazing help defender, rim protector, all that, then I think Damian Jones can just be that extra body around the basket and can play drop coverage and all that, and it can work. They've also got Thomas Bryant at center. I'm not as confident in his rim protection and all that as I am Damian Jones. Again, not that I'm saying Damian Jones is the guy to transform your defense, but I think he can be part of something where AD is, of course, the heart of the whole thing. You combine that with Austin Reeves, who I think is fine defensively, Stanley Johnson, who definitely had some moments defensively for them, guarding wing players and all that. That one game where he guarded James Harden really well is the one I remember the most. Unless it was not Harden, in which case don't listen to me on that one. Juan Toscano-Anderson plays really hard. I think he's going to be fine defensively for him as well. But you're looking at Kendrick Nunn, who, he's not the biggest dude. Talen Horton-Tucker, who's just such an awkward fit on this team. Of course, Westbrook, and I know Darvin Ham is saying the whole, we want Russ to be the bulldog defensively, and I mean, look, Westbrook, as a team defender, he was always not that good. Let's just call it what it was. He was better back in the day because he could recover when he gambled, or if he lost somebody off ball, he was just really athletic, right? Nowadays, it's a little tougher to see him being a plus defensively. The most you can hope for is for him to be average on defense, in my opinion. I know Lonnie Walker said that he is going to LA with a defensive mindset. I think Lonnie Walker has the tools to be a good defender because of his athleticism and all that. But when you're looking at just what he's been in the NBA so far, he's been really inconsistent on both sides. Sometimes he's been a spark plug off the bench, but the three-point shooting and just the fundamentals defensively, they're not totally there. I mean, there's a reason why San Antonio didn't hold on to the guy. But with all of this said, I do still actually believe this team has potential to be pretty damn all right defensively. And again, a lot of it comes back to the front court, but I mean, that was the foundation of their great defense when they won the finals. As far as the offense, I mean, we would love to see Westbrook putting on his Bruce Brown impression of screening for LeBron, and Zach Lowe just had that great thing of how in the second game of last season, Russ screened for LeBron a bunch of times, and then after that game, he just kind of didn't do it again pretty much. And if it's not going to be that, I mean, look, the jump shot was what it was last season, so that hurts playing off ball. The turnovers hurts giving him the ball on top of, you have LeBron James. Obviously, he's going to run the show. It is what it is with Russ. The other thing, too, is when I look at some of these guys who I am optimistic for defensively for them, between Damian Jones, Toscano-Anderson, Austin Reeves, Stanley Johnson, not a lot of shooting, or if they have a good percentage, they don't take that many. If Thomas Bryant's shooting is real, and there's been little signs of it, then that's interesting next to AD on offense, but defensively, again, don't love him. THT has just not been a good shooter in the NBA. Lonnie Walker has been a little better from three. He shot 35% from three 2 years ago on about 4 attempts a game. It's something to be optimistic about if you really want to be. Look, this team is not the perfect collection of switchable defenders who can also shoot next to LeBron and AD. I mean, if I'm going to try to find the best candidate to give you a little juice offensively, I think it would be Kendrick Nunn because of his shooting, but also he was inconsistent in Miami, some of that being shot selection, whatever. Basically, what I'm getting at is while every single team in the league would love to have a 6'7" wing who could shoot and defend and do a little bit off the dribble at least, I feel like the Lakers might be the most desperate team for that type of guy. I mean, if Stanley Johnson came into next season suddenly shooting 38% from three on, I don't know, 4 attempts a game, just throw a mini parade pretty much. The last thing to think about is just them in the context of the West. It's a pretty damn loaded West. I mean, to go down it real quick, Warriors, Clippers, Nuggets, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Suns. 6 teams right there. Yes, Phoenix is still going to be good. I know what happened in Game 7. Trust me, I know. Yes, Dallas lost Jalen Brunson. Still haven't mentioned the Wolves after the Gobert trade, and yeah, it was too many picks, but I do think they definitely got better. There's the Pelicans as well. I mean, if Anthony Davis misses 25 games, that could be it for the Lakers with just how close this West is going to be.